Alrighty, so I got my truck and trailer set up. Yesterday it snowed, then it rained, then it froze. Everything is a big ass sheet of ice. And I want to see what it's like to experience ice road trucking, but on a very small scale. Ooh, yeah, I got my goober light on. Now let's take a gander outside. Oh yeah, the FPV monitor / goggles set up. Got the camera on there. I'm also gonna try hooking this camera up to the back somewhere in here. I don't know, I'm gonna at least put the truck out first, see how well it handles. If it's slipping and sliding around, I might try taking some zip ties and running them through the holes in the rims and using them as like makeshift tire chains. Alrighty, I got the truck outside. Let's turn on the monitor. The truck is out there. Now I just got to switch hands here. Let's turn on the light bar. Let's see if it can handle this here ice, or maybe it just spins around. Alrighty. Obviously, I'll just cut to the actual FPV footage. It's handling it. I don't know how well it'll handle with the trailer with crap in it. Ooh, here it comes. Whee! Ooh, we're back at the door. Alrighty. Well, hopefully when I cut back to you, I'll have this camera hooked up in the back, and we'll see what the ice roads of the backyard looks like. Before we do all that, I just want to show you underneath this here hood of Brunhilde, if I can get that top off. That is a rat's nest of wiring, but I got the transmitter up on the side of the body, and there's the wire hooked up to where I think the battery goes. That's power to my camera. So all I have to do, if I want to run the camera on it, I just flip this switch forward, and that's power on. And then if I don't want to run the camera, now it's off. And then I got my the lights I wired up, made. I got those running to there. And then this light bar runs through the back. Runs under there, runs up through there. Oh my, it just wires everywhere. Don't be like me. I actually put thought into wiring instead of being all anxious. But then again, ADD will always get the best of me. Now I gotta put the camera down and snap all this crap together. Never mind. Alrighty. So I just used some 3M double-sided scotch tape, which this stuff is pretty stern stuff. And I took this here flexi tripod and taped her on in there. Seems firm, but probably like my last 3 marriages, it's probably gonna fail. Anyways, let's do an indoor test. Okay, so we're mounted up in the back. Let's do some back and forth. Man, if that wasn't nauseating, I don't know what was. But it's staying pretty firm. I'm honestly shocked. One of my ideas actually works. Anyways, let's go outside where it's cold. Alright. We're at the Vigi camera on the truck trailer. Now, right here when it switches to the FPV cam, these little dips and hills and whatnot, could not resist just going over them. They were fun. Just up and down, like a very mild roller coaster. But it's time for me to do some rambling about my time at the truck shop. So, if it was your birthday, we'd use this thing called an air cheetah, and that's used to blast air into a tire getting put on a rim to like get the bead to set so it actually hold air. Well, If it was your birthday, they had loaded up with glitter, and at any time of the day, you would know when it's coming, but they would just blast you with glitter, and it was painful, funny, but painful, and it got really messy. The shop would just have glitter in all the crevices, and the boss is like, "Look, nobody's gonna want that in their truck. Like you track it everywhere. It was in the office, it was in the toilet, it was everywhere." So we stopped using glitter, and Rob was like, or my buddy Rob that worked there, he's like, "Hey man, check this out." He had this huge can of chamomile tea, like not in bags, just chamomile tea. So we just started using that. More eco-friendly and less dirty. I don't know. It didn't get everywhere. It did, but you didn't notice it. So that was what happens on your birthday. Now here's the best story. It was one of the coolest experiences of any job I've ever had. One day, I'm polishing a nose on a Peterbilt, and I get a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, it's my buddy Levi, and he's like, "You gotta get into the office, like, right now." I'm like, "Holy shit, what's wrong?" Like, something, and he's like, "Just put that down, get into the office, you're gonna love it." So we go in there, and there's these two tiny little kittens, a black one and a tan one. And the secretary's like, "These are our new shop cats. This one's truck, and this one's trailer." And they were used, like, we had mice around the shop because we were next to a field, and across the big gravel parking lot where we parked the trucks and whatnot was an old chicken factory that then was turned into a dog food factory. But, so we had mice, and the cats actually did their jobs. At first I'm like, that's a myth, cats don't chase mice. But they did. They'd bring you mice at random. You find dead mice on the toolbox. It was fun. But, they're like, "Yeah, this is truck and this is trailer." And me and my buddy Levi are like, "Nah, not gonna happen." Like, okay, the black one, that's Toby Keith. And the tan one, that's Tom Clancy. So, but we just called him Toby and Clancy. And I don't know how the boss or his wife felt about that, because they're like, "Yep, these are truck and trailer." But we had Toby and Clancy, and they were dirty. They were dirty, greasy kittens. And it was cool, like, you'd just be doing your job, changing oil, or greasing a truck, or polishing a tank, or whatever. Just a cat would just pop in your lap, and it, meow, meow. I miss them cats, I really do. I'd like to say I hope they're doing well, but, man, that was like 10, 12 years ago. Well, I hope they had a great life. Plain and simple. I know Toby was kind of a whore. He had a lot of kittens walking around the neighborhood. They never came to the shop, but them cats were his. Plain and simple. But enough rambling about that. Let's talk about this here driving. So we're pulling up to the house. Once again, these dips and hills and whatnot. Awesome. Fun. It just goes over them. No problem. Just wee, wee. I'm honestly blown away that the tires gripped on this. It's slicker than snot on a doorknob trying to step on it, but... Alrighty, let's open up the door and bring in the truck. Even right here, I thought the trailer was going to get stuck on that lip. But nope, just pulled it right up. Right into the old 1/4 finished basement. Alright, let's get to the rest of the video. Well, I can't believe that actually worked. It held up. Didn't fall off. I mean, you can see how icy it is, apparently, because there's no snow on this thing. So I'm pretty proud of that. That was fun. That was cool. Very spooky. Yeah, that's on there. Huh. 3 AM scotch tape. If you need to hold some stuff together. Stern stuff. These tires too, man. Like, I thought I'd have some slippage, but I even contemplated on like, oh, should I take them off and put some thumbtacks through them to make like some miniature spike tires? But that would have taken way too long. But it worked. I don't know. I can't wait to watch the footage. If this slid around at all or jackknifed, I doubt it. But yeah, these are just the stock base camp wheels on the trailer. If you could, down in the comments, just what'd you think? Was it boring? Was it cool? Weird? Something you think you'd try? I mean, that ice, a lot of potential at RC and ice. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you in the next one.
This week on Ice Road Truckers, Craig got lost and wound up at Santa's mansion.